Day 54. Not a bad night at all. Sound of water put me right to sleep. 2 beers really helped too. Really hoping those guys left a stash for me out on the road. I woke up thinking about that. Oh, I love my safety supplies. Tent is nice and moist, but not horribly wet. I left the doors open, which made it a little colder in here, but it's not freezing right now. Next week, that'll be a different story. It's about 20 miles to the Ghost Ranch alternate, and that's about where I want to be tonight. So 20 miles, that's not asking too much. It's probably about 3:30, 3:45 right now. Already have my first cup halfway gone. Already ate my granola for the morning. It's nice starting with granola. It is a change from the oats. May not seem like much, but I'm kind of excited to eat it opposed to, mushy oats. I still have mushy oats, and I'll be eating those for second breakfast, but, that's once I've already gotten started and, have the fire burning in my belly. When you're first starting off the day, it's not so easy to put calories in you. As usual, enjoy my coffee, kick back, relax, get everything packed up, have myself a little safety meeting, and then pachoom up the way, man. I don't feel like filtering water. I don't really have enough on me. The next one's like 10 miles away, but I could go get more. It's right there, but I'm lazy. So I'm going to walk out with 1.5 liters for 10 miles, which is a little less than I normally would. I'd do 2 or 3 for that. But it's dark. It's chilly. And it'll motivate me to get to the next spot because I need water to make second coffee. All works out in the end. Let's get out there. Okay, we're finally off. Wrestled my poles back from the ground. It's just before 5. It's taking me a little longer to get ready than it normally does. I've been doing stretches and stuff. I'm getting a little older. After Silver City, I realized I could do a lot of them in my tent before I even get out. It warms me up a little bit too. Okay, next water is like 10 miles. The road is 6 miles. Let's see what the day holds. A nice way to start my day. Smooth, mellow, and downhill. I feel a little safer with barbed wire to my left. I just do. It's like a whole side I don't really have to keep an eye on. Every once in a while I just pan my head. It's how I do, just looking for eyeballs. Out of both fear and interest. It's a pretty chilly morning, but I think it's mostly because I'm near the water and everything's a little wet. What do I say about nice smooth downhill? It's cool. It just gets the blood pumping, man. This glass not mud. I can see where the poor saps before me struggled. This is pretty steep. It's gotta be worse than the mud. I love that color blue. It has warmed up considerably down here. It has been smooth and mellow. I just don't like the fact that there's no blazes ever on these trees. You know, just a spot of paint. It's nice to just get comfortable and walk. But anytime I get comfortable and walk, it turns out I should have zigged when I zagged. Things I didn't even notice. And it's just nice to have the comfort of every once in a while you're walking and you look up and you see a little spot of paint on a tree. Okay, I am still on trail. Not, let me pull up my map, load it up, see where I'm at, wait for my dot to move. It just, takes you out of the moment. But when things start getting too easy, I get a little nervous. I'm like, oh, things are comfortable. I better check my map. You've seen how far I get off trail. Although if I didn't get off trail, I wouldn't have met those dudes. Wouldn't have had a lot of things happen. That's just the most recent event. Exactly where I'm supposed to be. There are a lot of moths in this part of the forest, but none of them are getting up in my face. It's like they don't even care about the light. There's been many a time I've had to cover up my headlamp and just make a run for it because I got a gang of moths just following me. These ones aren't interested in me in the least. You are asking for it, walk around with your headlamp on, especially when you don't really need it. It's a good way to get a big moth to bink off of your nose. Oh, attention. Timber harvesting activity in this area. Oh, that way the forest looks so clean. Look at that, well manicured. It's really been a beautiful stroll. Little ups, little downs, lots of flats. Oh, nice. They cut them too. I like when they leave a good stump. Something to sit on. A lot of times they cut these things at jagged angles and you just can't use it as a bench. Is that a toilet box? Yep. Well. Ew. Oh, I'm so curious. The people aren't actually shitting on. That looks like crap on the lid, doesn't it? Yep, there's not trail magic in there. Oh. Well, I mean, I don't understand. You just bring along a tiny shovel and you just dig a little hole and you poo in it. It seems a lot simpler. Oh, it's not the first. There's another one. Dirty rednecks. A little field of purple flowers. Oh, they're lupins. Wonder why they're growing so prevalent there, though. That is the magic spot for them. I mean, there's randos here and there, but if you look around, there is no purple. Except right here. Maybe that's just the beginning. They're gonna start popping out all over the place. Fields of purple. Stain my socks. I'm pretty close to the road now. I can hear it humming. Oh, rip up like a deuce, another runner in the night. Oh, you're a little bright there, sunshine. I'm gonna trip on a pine cone. Been a pretty mellow morning. I've done 4, almost 5 miles so far. Don't even feel it. I feel pretty good. Still getting a little stronger. Waking up feeling a little weaker, but you know, I get into it. Still random beautiful rocks. Ooh. See, I thought that's a good campsite, and then I realized what's in the center of it. That's why it's all cleared out. Such a big ant's nest. These ants don't play around out here. Yeah, real close to the road. 5 times 30 times, what's that, 39? I have no idea what the answer is. Ooh, that's a big dog print. That's dog though. Not anything cool like a wolf. Oh, whatever. Nobody's taking care of this thing yet. I guess at least somebody put steps in front of it. No, those have been there. Because I don't see how those would help. This looks like what you should walk up. And over to this guy. Over to this guy. Bada boom. And that's how we do a tree in the way. Oh, hey, I know the pattern on this couch. Super popular in the Southwest. Bed Bath and Beyond, huh? What do we got here? Some good stuff. Jerks. They had to walk it out here too. I mean, the road is a little bit off the way. They had to let's carry all that stuff out on the trail. Just throw it. Just set it on fire in your living room. Problem solves itself. Oh, mercy. They've been scattered. Not much left. Somebody put a stash of water for us. That's real nice. I don't think you can see anything that looks like a stash of weed, though. Oh, maybe these rocks? They're stacked unnatural. Come through for me, buddy. Oh, yeah! Ha ha ha! Thanks, guys. I totally appreciate that. Nice! Since there's water here and some rocks, we should make second coffee. I agree. Happy days. You can see the wasted heat coming off of my cup. I'm going to redesign the cup too. I got ideas. All part of the gear shop, you know. So it was really great of those guys to come all the way down here and put some bud here for me. I imagine that. You fed a hiker a couple of beers, and they're the ones that offered. I never asked for anything. I don't know about them to go home after a long day of work and be like, well, I got to drive some weed up to the trail for that guy. And it's, you know, damn near thankless. I mean, I thanked him last night, but when he did it this morning, you know, he drives away thinking, I hope that dummy finds it. And I did. And I am super appreciative. See what some homegrown is all about. Oh, it's nice homegrown. I'm glad there was water here. This is a great spot to have second coffee. The universe is aligning. Some days you just wake up feeling good about everything. You know, just everything's going to click into place. Day's not over yet. We have plenty of time for disaster to happen, but that just means adventure. I really need to power my battery. Oh yeah, there'll probably be places to plug in at Ghost Ranch. Using all my power the other day. I'm trying to get it back slowly but surely, but I'm walking into the sun, it seems, more than away from it right now. So I got 2 bubs yesterday out of 4, and I'm back down to less than 1. Sweet sounds of nature. Kick back, relax, enjoy my coffee, and I'll mosey on when I feel like it. And thanks again to those guys. I wish I remembered their names, but I'm horrible with names. But I'd remember their faces if I saw them again. But I really appreciate what you did for me. Thanks, guys. And we're off. I have no idea what time it is. I haven't looked. It feels like 8:30. But I'm fat and sassy. Got rid of the rest of my oats. Good, because I'm sick of them. Enjoyed my coffee, a little smoke. Okay, let's head towards the groovy colored rocks, man. I don't see a sign saying where I should be, though. Oh. There's a green something that looks like a little trail marker. I'm assuming that's a volcano. It looks pretty volcano-y, huh? That stood out. I appreciate you, sign. So I decided to grab another liter, so I walked out with 2. And 1 in my belly. Because there are water sources coming up in the next few miles, but they're all rather near. And sure, drinking water from the side of the road is a way to get roofied, but I trust it. It seems legit. It was slightly off-colored, but I mean, I'm cool with that. So my goal is about 10 miles up from here. I'm not sure if I go up into these things or if I skirt around. I haven't really looked at the map like that. I was only really reading the map the other day because of the fear of snow. Like, yeah, because I started seeing mention of it when I was looking for water sources, because those are ones I read. But there's all these other little icons that people can put comments on. I barely ever go to those because there's not really a reason to. Unless you're trying to avoid snow, or not trying to avoid, because there is no avoiding it. It's there or it's not. And When you see people bitching about it and it's a recent date, you know you will be bitching about it. Or trying to enjoy it, whatever you do. You gotta try to get a little momentum at the end. Help you up the next side. This one's got braces on its feet, but none of the others seem to have them. But like maybe I just can't see the feet on it. So I turn the other direction and the sun's in my eyes, but I still enhance. I'm like, no, I do not see braces on them. Why do you have braces? So much of our infrastructure is built on slowly rotting poles. It's kind of crazy. I don't know, you think we'd come up with a better idea than like trees? Man, that worked really well in like the 1700s, 1800s, but come on, man. If I had to guess, these are pinon pines, but I'm not sure. I remember pinons being a bigger, fluffier tree. You know, these look like the Charlie Brown Christmas version of them. But I'm sticking with it, going with my gut. Whether it's right around, because it doesn't matter. This is nice. Wish it could stay like this. Enjoy it for what it is. Ooh, and it opens up before us. It's got yellows. Groovy, man. We'll get up all close and personal the next day or so. Got some weird memories about the next day. Have we discussed those? You ever like falling asleep while watching something and you didn't know you're falling asleep and like you swear you saw an episode of something but some really weird shit happens and then you see a rerun later or watch that movie again later and it turns out you never saw it at all in the first place. I had those kind of memories about this next area. I remember some weird stuff. A parking lot at night. You don't often come across parking lots. A closed down botanical garden place. I remember I'm going like under a chain to get in there too, but like as far as I could tell I was on the map. Following blue rocks to a bridge that was like made of rope. Maybe a suspension bridge. And I'm like, did that really happen? Or did I make that up? It feels like it happened, but it doesn't make sense. Yeah, these are pinons, aren't they? See, those were just like sickly versions of them. Pretty sure. Look at that beautiful tree. Oh, and our buddy Choya is back. I was wondering where you've been. Look at you all healthy. Well, for a Choya. I'd high five you, but yeah. Get used to this stuff. It's black sage, and this stuff actually grows really tall here. You get about this height for all of Wyoming. Well, not all. Just a really, really horribly long section. But at least it's warm. There's that. We're still far away. But we're getting there. So far it's just teasing me with little peek of views. But how pronounced some of these colors are, like the gold. Somehow I ended up almost eye level with them. I know I've been going uphill a bit, but... Oh yeah, I guess I have, huh? Didn't really feel like all that. This is just the wrong time of day to get really good video, photos, whatever of this stuff. Sunlight's just not, hitting it yet. But what is kind of interesting is that a wet spot in the center? Why? Where did it come from? Did it just leak out of the wall right there, or does that catch a drip? Oh, just noticed there's not a cloud in the sky. I haven't seen like that in a minute. Good thing I have a sombrero. Somehow I got above this. I'm just lost in thought. It's nice. I have not checked in a while, but... Ooh, how many trails come through here? There's this well manicured. But yeah, I should probably check the map. All good times. I'm still on trail. And it's kind of early. It's only 9 o'clock. I got plenty of time to... All I was planning on was 20 miles today. I say that like it's easy. Just a little 20 miles. Hey, where'd those clouds come from? You weren't there a minute ago. Hey. Hey. All right, you can come on in and provide some shade, but, don't you think you're dripping on me. We got rules around here. Those things sure do get around. They travel in packs. Look how manicured it is over there. Grass is greener on the other side. Oh, I'm going to butcher that name. Bienvenidos. It's an alta. To be determined. A remarkable landscape. Ooh, I'll get up into some of that. Hey, we are here. go. So it looks like some severe uphill for a minute and then a lot of downhill. And then cruising across that. I don't know. Oh, whirlpool, what? I don't know where the trail I'm taking off the Ghost Ranch is. The hopes is they have 5G there. It's kind of a fancy joint. They just might. 5G Wi-Fi. Oh man, that would solve so many problems. Calling this a little uphill was a tad of an understatement. I'm almost at the top, but it was a steep, a quick climb. It's not often you're given options. They both look pretty much the same to me. Well, I bet they kind of are. We've made it to the top. It's a little early for lunch. It's only like 10:20. But you know, this looks like a nice spot to sit and enjoy a little safety meeting or something. There's some snacky boos. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy my downhill for a while. It is a beautiful day. That breeze is nice. Clouds are mildly threatening in one direction, but it's warm down here, so even if it rains, it won't be horrible. I've gone shirtless. I'm still wearing pants. I was just naked out there laying around thinking about taking a nap, but just enough ants to make me not want to do that. So I'm going to suck on some Werther's Originals and mosey on down the trail. This is what a spring day should feel like. When you just see gear lying around that in an open field, you can pretty much bet it was a ginger trying to run shadow to shadow and didn't make it and exploded at one point. They find a pile of gear and clothes. It's pretty common out here on the trails. As far as two-track goes, it's pretty nice. By the footprints, most people keep going up this road, up the hill. Trail just veers off. It does cut off like a little bit, but it doesn't look like much. Maybe a couple 100 yards. I don't know if it's less steep or what, but it goes uphill and the trail goes downhill, man. And I will generally prefer the trail over a road. Ooh, I can see why people were avoiding it, yeah. If it was slop. it only makes sense. But it's not. Dry as a bone, no snow. Well, I'm already regretting my decision. All these little green leafy things are hiding thorns. Yeah. Nice little thorns. Well, it opened up and got pleasant. Yeah, I think I took the better of the way because that road looked like it went uphill, and I think it's still going. I mean, I guess I'll have to go uphill at some point to meet it. I don't know. I don't care. It's leg day, man. I don't mind a little bit uphill. It just sprinkled on me a bit, but the birds are all still singing, so I assume everything's cool. I would have doubted this is the trail. I mean, pretty steep, but I see a lot of footprints, trekking pole marks. But glad this isn't mud for me, man. Had to check the map. I'm like, this seems a bit more difficult than I'm used to the trail being. This doesn't feel very traily. One way to get up a mountain. And after much climbing, I am back on the dirt road I was on. I got really steep there for a while. Nice workout. I'm always focusing on those calves. I'm not sure how to work out the thighs while I'm out here. You don't want to just work out one part of your leg. Luckily, it's the part that hangs out below my kilt, though. You know, looks good when I strut by. It's important. My thighs are almost as thick as my calves at this point, man. I really need to work on those. Guess I should be doing some squats, but who's got time for that? Oops, I started going the wrong way down the dirt road. Whew, New Mexico monsoons. Remember when there wasn't a cloud in the sky? It's actually raining up there a bit. Oh, turkey. I was lost in thought and noticed this thing. I was like, oh, I should check my map. Okay, I did, because I didn't even notice the logo right there. I'd have just kept walking on the road. Good thing. I like a little reminder here and there. I appreciate that. Well, it's nice to have roads as an option, just in case everything gets all sloppy and horrible. Seems like there's a spider web of roads leading through these mountains. Might have to do a wardrobe change here pretty quick. As soon as I feel rain, I'm gonna change. Don't want to get that flashlight wet again. That thing hangs from my belt at all times. Yeah, this guy's making a bunch of noise. This is kind of pretty. Chama River Canyon. Hey, we are here. Looks like a pretty hardcore downhill, and then a pachoom, and then some uphill. Hey, just like always. Oh, this is the same map? Oh, I was just down here last time. Okay. I've only moved that far since the last map. It's like whirlpool. Sometimes the thunder just sounds weird coming out of the canyon. I'm hoping to capture it. Uh-oh, it's starting to rain. Do it. Whatever. It's just sprinkling right now. The trail's going downhill pretty hardcore. So I'm not willing to put on plastic yet. I mean, there's plenty of blue hidden here and there. The cloud doesn't look too horribly huge. So I'm just going to keep going as I'm going until it tells me what to do. 'Cause I don't want to get cold and wet. It's kind of chilly up here right now. Not bad, but you know, things change with just a good cold wind and a wet kilt. Okay, slush is starting to fall. It might be time to put on a little bit of plastic. But, I mean, it really doesn't look like much. I mean, there's this thing over here, but I don't know. I'm not ready yet. It just calmed down. It's so intermittent, you know. You hear a big thunder, and then all of a sudden, I guess it knocks loose ice is what happens. Right after a good explosion in the sky. I haven't seen any of the lightning, I'm just hearing the thunder. So maybe this is the tail edge of a big monster, I don't know. You ever try to outrun a storm down a mountainside? On weed? Down here should be water, and this is all I was trying to get to before I stopped. Took a break, maybe put on plastic, so yeah, I'm pleased. It may storm more later, I don't know, but you know, I beat it. It might sprinkle. The ground's not bad. I don't see the water. But I hear it. Sweet flat spots all around. Nice camping. Look how flat the ground is. Somebody's got a nice campsite set up over here, logs and stuff to sit on, which is probably where I'm going to hang out and filter my stuff because the water sounds close. Indeed. Perfect. Decisions to make. It's like 1:30. I'm gonna kick back and eat some food while I filter my water. And then the turn off to Ghost Ranch is in only 5 miles, and that's all I was planning on doing for the day, but that seems like kind of an early day. So, I guess I'll play it by ear, but there's also, in 5 miles is the last water until Ghost Ranch, and it's described as chocolate milk that'll plug a filter. So do I carry from here all the way to Ghost Ranch? That's only like 15 plus miles, but I'm going to sleep. So, thinking no, I'm just going to see if it clogs my filter. I don't believe it will. My filter's badass. Sawyer, man. Come on. Top quality. It's actually really good filters. I like them. Oh, if it's not working right, you're doing something wrong. And that's how it's been. It's always been me. I don't know, backflushing wrong. I don't know. I've done it for years now, but I was having problems there for a few days where I could only get a trickle out of it. And I'm doing every trick in the book I could. And then one day it just started working on its own again. So, I don't know. But yeah, still a good filter. Hoping that was it with the storm. It hasn't been making noise or anything, so that's a positive. I'd like to just, stroll in this nice cloud cover. Who wants to wear a shirt if they don't have to? And I need that vitamin D. I mean, look how pasty pale I am, except where stuff sticks out. My nose still has change color, even though I'm wearing a sombrero most of the time. I don't know. But what color would it be without it? Today we are having premium chicken salad because no bottom shelf stuff for me. A few Fig Newtons, crackers and stuff to give it flavor. I know those are like mustard and onion flavored, and those are like what's it, red pepper and something else. Not bad. I was glad to have something to hold it together. It's mainly you just want something to make the crackers stick so they don't fall off the edge. Yeah, it's crunchy street taco. As far as I remember, these little guys have vitamin C in them. It tastes like it has vitamin C in it. We'll see what happens. Not a bad spot to take a break. They burn a bit of garbage there, but hey, that's what people do in the woods. Alright, so we're going to make it our 5 miles and we'll decide again there. I've got way more water than somebody needs for 5 miles, so I'm only carrying 2 liters, but figure I'm just going to stroll. Ow, man, that got me right in the nose. It's bleeding. Ow. Oh, there is blood. Ah, right in the corner. Jerk branch. Got caught between my pack and my face somehow. It just went across my nose. Ow. That's a sensitive spot. Recent landslide. Been a lot of white flaky boulders breaking off. chunks all around. Is that quartz mixed with something or something? I don't know. Hear the clicking? That's the cicadas. They're just starting to pop out. I don't know if these ones buzz or they just click. I guess we'll find out, huh? Or nah, by the time these guys are doing anything, we'll be in Colorado. Ooh. Watch where you step, man. There's no birds. It's not a good sign. Sure doesn't feel like 2:45. Just starting to give me views of the rocks. Tons of Indian paintbrush have popped up all over the place. Look at those, man. Just huge walls. Yeah, she's being noisy again. What do you look like? I see bluish over here. And it's dark all the way to here, I guess. Keeps going on and on. I'm pretty much surrounded by cool shit, man. That is so sherbety looking right there. It's rainbow sherbet. Shush you, go away. I've got that chasing me, so I decided to put some plastic on preemptively. I don't like wearing plastic, but I like having wet stuff even less. little safety meeting on the go, because if it starts raining, we ain't sitting down to stop anywhere. Plus, I just want to enjoy my stroll, despite what Mother Nature's throwing at me. Right now it's just sprinkles, threatening. We all know how that goes, oh yeah. It definitely looks worse behind me. Don't look back there, don't look back there. Focus on this instead. Oh, look at the stripes in that guy. Enhance. What? How come nobody else has those stripes? Oh, look at Pointy Dude. Enhance again. What? Wizard Hat Rock. I'm torn. Being chased by a storm, but I want to stop and gawk. My instincts say run, but my eyes say stay. And boy, that guy got all the cool stripes and nobody else did. Oh, here she comes. Yeah, I'm just in a saddle. There is windy. I just passed a weekender. He's headed solo. And he told me to be careful because there's baby rattlesnakes up here somewhere. I was like, I hope. I hope I don't get bit, but I hope I see them. Great, now it's like, hey, look at the stuff around you and watch out for snakes. But I guess that's always there. I'm kind of in a rut. I feel more confident in a rut for that if a snake does strike me, it's more likely to hit kilt. And I doubt snakes go on through much of that. Depending. There's layers. There you go. That's going to be a natural arch, huh? Just trying. Ooh. Yeah, sometimes pieces of the trail just fall off into the abyss. little pieces at a time. But eventually we'll have to reroute. Oh yeah, that's pushing me around a little bit. It's not really about the raindrops that hit you, it's about the ones that hit the trail. See the clean spots? That's what's sticking to the guys in front of me's feet. I'm walking in their dry spots. I mean, I'm still getting accumulation, but not nearly as much as they are. But that's how these desert trails go. Get them wet and they change. It's kind of a hint when all the big rocks around have, you know, the scrapings of boots on them and whatnot, where people are getting rid of their mud. Pretty good indication. You can tell it was just a little mud stream. Oh, turn around. What? How'd this happen? Okay, I'm just gonna face this way for a while, let it pass. Nice. I hope it goes away. Looks like it should, but I don't know. I got some rain. I got some sun. Where's my bow? Where's my bow? To be continued. Gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. I did expect a rainbow. That thing is kind of headed my way. But this thing's headed away, so I'm hoping they get swept up together and just kind of stay away. As usual, I was just right on the edge of that. Nothing more than heavy sprinkles. So far. But I mean, in this direction, beautiful. So over here, oh man, that's gorgeous. The angle, the shadows and all that. You can hear the power of the water from here. I don't know how big it is, but it has a bridge. Oh yeah, she is a flowing. Super silty. I wouldn't be able to cross this. This would kill me. Rio Chama. Okay, I gotta filter some of that if I want to have coffee and all that tomorrow. Ghost Ranch is still 10 miles away. And this is the last water. Following this road, which parallels the river, but I don't know if there's always water accessibility. Yeah, because sometimes I'm 100 feet above it. I mean, and I can see the map. They run right next to each other, but that doesn't mean anything. So I'm gonna stop and filter my water and just be smart about it. I don't want to go another 10 miles without water. I'm just gonna walk for a little while, find a nice campsite, and crash out there. I don't want to get to Ghost Ranch too early or anything because I need to pick up a package and all that, so I'd be stuck there. So I want to mosey in when I'm supposed to mosey in, but kind of early in the day regardless. Well, that silty river did not clog my filter. I'm in nice clean water. It's still filtering at the speed of an old man pissing. That's how fast it always filters. I haven't backflushed it yet. I mean, it's catching a lot of dirt at the bottom of it, but I'm not filtering it. Okay, 10 miles to Ghost Ranch. I remember their breakfast sucked last time. Like, I was really disappointed, so I don't have my hopes high at all this time. But I do like breakfast, so there's that. Like I said, right next to it, but hard to collect. So I'm just keeping my eye out for a groovy spot before that hits. Less than 10 miles to Ghost Ranch, so might as well call it quits soon. Even though it's pretty early, it's probably like 5 o'clock. I'll know it when I see it. Nice car full of people. It was a little awkward because they just pulled up and rolled down their windows and just stared at me for a while. So I had to initiate conversation, but it was a little awkward, but they were friendly and curious, offered me water and all that, but I have no need. But I thanked them regardless. And then just the car rolls up and all windows go down. There's just these old people just smiling. Wow, man. And then that dude just drove up and was like, hey, you want cold beer? Of course I do. I'm pretty sure I don't even like Modelo, but I do right now. I love them. Thank you. All right, I take that back. I like Modelo. I do like most Mexican beers. I'm not sure why. But, that's where the flavor's at for me. I don't really like beer all that much. Except free beer. We all know I love free beer. But if it's going to be a free beer, one of the Mexican was. Dos Equis, Modelo, Corona. You rarely get Coronas, though. The only time I see those in cans is on cruise ships. I'm exploring options. That's the road right there. And there's this little island where, the river does one of those horseshoe things. And it will eventually eat this island. I was hoping there'd be some good camping back in here. It has like every kind of tree. I thought those things were on the other side of the river. But no, they're on this side. So I was like, hey man, cows found it. It's gotta be a good spot. Just hoping to find big pile of poo and everything. Poop, poop, poop. I'm not feeling it so much anymore, but I'm gonna wander a little bit more. Right here, boys. It must be on the river. I couldn't come all the way over here without scoping out these beauties. Huge. I don't know where to camp under them, but maybe on the other side of that sunlight? I don't know. Just when I was about to give up, I looked at it on the map, and it's a much bigger island than I thought. But it's just very overgrown. But I bet there's beaches. Seems like the kind of place that would have beaches. I give up. I'm not even halfway to the shore. It's just too overgrown. I don't want to deal with this shit again in the morning in the dark, so I'm headed back to the road to look for something better. The road is just up there, maybe 40 yards or so. Follow this groovy little thing down. And I got my own flat spot over there. I don't see no cow dookie anywhere yet, so that's a sign. Yeah, that looks like a good spot. Unless, of course, major flooding happens and I get wiped away. But the fact that there's still trees here tells me that hasn't happened in years. That's why there's a flat spot. Look at the size of that ant's nest. Very active, too. There's a tire. Always need a tire. Oh, perfect timing. I kicked a bunch of cow turds around and just decided to set up where I was. They were old cow turds, so... And right when I got in the tent, my shoes are still on. I'm not even ready. But, great timing. Storm passed rather quickly, as they do out here. So I got to climb up a little hill. The road's up there, continue on. I came from that direction, but any direction's road. My stuff's already cooking in there, and I'm gonna jump on in, man. I just came out here to take a whiz one more time before the day is done. Nothing special, just taco rice tonight with white instant rice mixed in to fill the thing up. Well, I have no meat to put in there, so boo-hoo, but tomorrow there will be some. That little black spot of nail polish makes me sad. The whole time me and my girl were dating, she'd paint my nails all the time, and near the end, she took me and got me a manicure, but the whole time we were dating, I never didn't have my nails painted. At least a little bit somewhere. It never fully came off. And this will be the first time once that little piece falls off. Sorry, my toes are so gross. I tried to hide the other ones.